Hi Ken, I thought I would make a little training video here for you to show you exactly what has been going wrong with product style and how to get everything back on track and working here. First of all, one of the main problems that I noticed is you have Amazon API keys provided in product style already. However, there's a separate process besides generating those API keys where you actually have to sign up for Amazon's product advertising API. So on this page here, you have this little sign up now link. Takes you to this screen here. I actually went through this short process here for you and got this all applied. So you actually won't have to worry about this. But this is why your Amazon API keys weren't working correctly. Now, with that said, a couple of other issues that I noticed. You have the Amazon.com website here set to active, but there's not an affiliate ID provided. If you do want to use Amazon.com, then you would want to set this back to active and then make sure you provide your Amazon.com affiliate ID. If you don't have an Amazon.com affiliate ID, then you would need to still sign up for a separate account. Each of these different locales that you want to use requires a separate affiliate account, and you'll have a completely different associate ID for each one. Obviously, you don't need to use them all. If you just want to use .com and .co.uk, then you would just need your affiliate IDs right here and right here. And then whichever ones you have that set for, then have them set as active over here. If I go to this page that you referred me to on your site, the Amazon post example page, you can see if I'm looking at this particular ad right here, if I hover over the ad and I look down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see it says in the link tag equals missing value in all capital letters. That's because it's trying to show an Amazon.com ad, but the information for it is actually missing. So that's part of the reason why it wasn't working. The other part of the reason is it looks like how these ads were set up and the kind of ads that are being used. Right here where it says ad type, you can see some are image and text and others are enhanced ads. Well, these enhanced ads won't show your own product information with them. This is just like an iframe ad that comes directly from Amazon, and you really can't modify it in any way. So if you want to have any kind of a custom advertisement, then you need to be using the image and text ads instead. Now, the other part of the issue kind of looks like you may have been creating the ads manually using product style, but there actually is a way to use this to create the ads quickly and to automatically generate a lot of the information that you need, but then still give you control over customizing those. So I wanted to show you how that works. You can click on Auto Amazon, either in the sidebar or up in the top here, and you can search for Amazon products directly through this page. Now, previously, when you may have tried this page before, and if you clicked search after typing in a keyword, it would say invalid search request. Please try again. That was happening because this Amazon API sign-up process hadn't been completed yet. But now that I have gotten that completed for you, this will work correctly. So you can go to Auto Amazon, type in a keyword to try to find the product that you want, Make sure you're on the correct Amazon site as well. So if you're creating ads for Amazon UK, then you would want to be on UK here. You search for your product, and then you look down below to try to find the product that you want. You can also continue on to additional pages and stuff. Now, there is this little quick ads section down here at the bottom, but what I would recommend to do for the very first time through is actually click on a product that you want to create an ad for. I'm not sure if this is the same Book of Revelation that you were trying to create an ad for before, but I'll just use this as an example. So I'm going to click on the Book of Revelation here, and it's going to open up this new screen. In this new screen, the first thing I want to do is this category selection. You can either select an existing category or create a new category. I'm going to create a new category here. I'll just call this Ryan's category. Now, once I create a category, make sure it is selected in this drop-down box here. And from then, you can continue on through the product information that is listed down below. Now, the whole point of this product information is that you can pick and choose exactly what is going to show up with your advertisement. So we could show the rating, for example, the sale price, and then oftentimes, there's sometimes at least a product description. This one doesn't have one with it. You can usually see it'll be printed out beside this little product overview right here if there is one. Sometimes there's a product description section here where it'll actually give you, some brief information about the product. So sometimes that can be good to include. But even just a basic rating and sale price can create a complete advertisement. So once you select all of your information that you want to show up in the ad, in the product information here, anything you check is what will be in the advertisement. You can change the order that they're displayed in by clicking and dragging to sort them in this section here. Then everything else you need to worry about is in the ad creation options. These two sections of text here may show up on the live advertisement for the link text or for the header title. Beyond that text information, though, the main thing you really need to worry about doing is making sure something is selected in each of these drop-down boxes. There are different kinds of ad styles. The ad styles can be seen under product style and styles. You can preview them or even edit them to get the correct look that you're going for with your advertisement. For the ad type, I would recommend selecting image and text. The image size, depending on how big of an ad you're trying to create, usually either the small or the medium size will work out the best. I generally leave Amazon preview set to off. I will open links in a new window. And for the show special button, I'll usually put a buy now button on there. So let me run back through all this real quick. I have a category created and selected. I have selected product information and arranged it how I want it to show up in the ad. And then I have selected all my different ad options down below. And now I can either preview my ad directly or I can go ahead and create it straight from this page. You can see if I click on the preview button, you'll get to see a general representation of what this is going to look like. on your live website. Now it's using an add to cart button here because you have the shopping cart enabled in product style. If that was not enabled, then it would be using a buy now button. So now I'm going to click create product ad, and it will automatically create that for me. You can see up here, your product and ad, the Book of Revelation, has been created successfully. So now I could continue on trying to find more products. Let's say maybe I wanted to create one for another one of these books of Revelation here. So I want to show you two different ways that you can really go about creating the additional advertisements past the first one that you create through this Auto Amazon system. So I'm going to click on a product now to show you one of these options. The first option is to continue creating them manually like you did before, except when you get to the category selection here, as long as you want to show the same type of information with each of these ads, and if you want all of the options down at the bottom of the ad to be the same, then you simply select the same category. So I'm going to choose Ryan's category that I created for my previous book now. When I select that category, you can see right here, the rating and the price automatically got selected and ordered how I had them ordered for the first product. Now, if I scroll down below, you can see the ad creation options have all been set exactly how I had them set before. The only thing down here that's not going to get altered for you is going to be this name and the text that's being used. That's going to be the product title. So if you wanted to modify that before you save the ad, or if you wanted to manually modify any of this product information, for example, this product right here does have a product summary. So you could be showing a product summary and have this paragraph of text showing up with your ad. However, my previous product did not have a product summary information field. So I wouldn't necessarily want to be using them in the same category. The categories are really for organizing similar kinds of products that are going to show the same kind of information, and they're going to display it in the same manner. So all I really did on this page was select my category this time around, and I can preview my ad again, and you can see it looks exactly like the first one did, except it's for a different product this time. But I didn't have to go through and select different product information. So I can click Create Product Ad again, and it'll create it for me there. Now the other option is to use this little checkbox right here on the Auto Amazon page. You search for the products that you want. Once you find something, you can even do this with more than one product at a time. So I could click on two of them right here. Then you go down below to this quick add section. You select a category, and then you click on quick add. However, keep in mind that when you use this quick add system and you're selecting a category here, it's going to create the ads just like it did for the last ad that you manually created for that category, where you click on the ad and you go through and select all that information. So whenever you're saving an ad like that, it's storing the product information and the ad creation options, and it can recall that for future products that it creates in the same category this way. So you basically design an ad one time, and then your future ads, you should be able to come down here, select that same category again, and click on Quick Add. And then up here you can see it'll say that it's working, creating the ads, and it'll say up here when it is complete. Now, if you go to the advertisements page, which would be the ads button right here, after you have created the ads with AutoAmazon, you can see that they show up on this page correctly here, and they're all image and text ads. Now, the main difference here between these ads and the ones that you've previously created, for example, just to show you, if I click on edit for one of these, it's an image and text ad, which is what I was telling you to create. However, information is missing here, things like the image URL, the link anchor text, the header title. Whereas with the ones that the AutoAmazon system will create for you, it automatically provides that information for you. So it's pulling the image off of Amazon and it'll link that up for you, things of that nature. So with that said, you get these ads that you can actually preview. You should be able to click on these preview buttons and actually see the ad, whereas with these other ones you can see that they're not showing up correctly. Clicking on preview here, though, should yield a correct looking ad. So then the actual remaining part as far as editing the page goes and adding your post, adding your advertisement, it looks like you have that part done correctly, where you are simply clicking up here and inserting a saved ad. So now I could insert, say, number 6 that I had just created. I was about to say, where's the update button? So updating this now, you can see that the ad correctly displays. Now, this particular ad format that I'm using, you can see that this other information is showing up directly to the right of it instead of down below it like it might be supposed to. I'm not sure exactly about the design of this site. But this particular one is designed, I don't need to do that. I can just do the numbers. I created these incrementally. So I could put one next to the other here. You can see I have 3. I'm using the add-only style in product style here to do this. I can put like 3 of them right next to each other, and you can see they're all going to show up right next to each other like this. So this is really more something that is intended to either list a couple of products together or to do it right next to text. So just to show you an example, I'll make this a little longer. So you can see this, when I have the product here with text beside it, the text is going to be showing up next to it. So you essentially want to have enough content next to a product like this using this particular ad style. There's other ad styles where you don't have to worry about this kind of thing, but this ad style is meant to float to the side and to allow things to sit beside it. Flip over to my text tab here real quick, just in case. Just in case you would like to use this particular ad style, but maybe there's a point where you want to say, okay, I'm done with what I want to have wrapping on the page here, like for example this box. If you want this box to be showing up down below where it's supposed to be, then adding in this little bit of HTML, make sure you're in the text tab, and this will actually force things to split off there after you have put that. So the box ends up down below, your ad and your content are all showing up above here. Now the other question you were asking about had to do with Upselazon. Upselazon should work correctly for you now. However, you will need to actually get this plugin set up. There are a couple of different ways that you can go about using this. You can have it set to show up in the sidebar of your website. If you do that, you want to make sure you go to Appearance and Widgets and actually add the Upselazon widget into your sidebar where you want it to display. Otherwise, in the Upselazon settings, you can also select for this kind of thing to show up at the top of every page or at the bottom of every page, just kind of whatever you're looking for. Well, the API key information that you're providing here will be identical to what you're putting into product style. I guess technically I could go ahead and set all this up for you. So this API information right here will be the same API information that you would use for Upselazon or really any of my Amazon plugins if you happen to try out other ones. Even if you use Amazon plugins for or from other people, you would still be using this same API information. So step one, we provide our API information. Step two, we're deciding where the ad will get placed. So we can either do widget, top of content, or bottom of content. Top of content or bottom of content doesn't require any special placement of anything. So I'll demonstrate the widget one here. Now, if you wanted to switch back to having Upselazon show at the top of content or at the bottom of content, just go to Upselazon and Settings, look down here at the bottom, and where it says Add Placement here, you can just change this from widget to one of these other two. Now, there is a country and an affiliate ID setting here, but these are only with manually created accessory boxes, which is something you would do on an actual post itself. However, the automatically generated boxes, you don't need to provide this information because it pulls that information off of the ads that are already on your page. So as an example here, let me add in the widget for Upselazon first. So I'm going to go to Appearance and Widgets, and then I will find the Upselazon Accessories widget, and I will put it up here in the sidebar. So wherever you want it to show up in the sidebar, you just plop it in there. I'll put it up at the top just for now. Let me see what's going on over there. Cats, recent post. I'll put it down below the recent post. I'll just put it down at the bottom. So with the widget placed, now all we have to do is go to a page on our site that has an Amazon product ad. And it needs to be a image and text ad. It won't use those enhanced ads. They simply just won't work. Then it will search for the products for this product, and it'll try to find accessory products for it. However, you can see this little blank box right here. This blank box is showing up, it looks like, because it wasn't able to find anything. And it looks like the particular design of this site, has each of the individual sidebars split apart like this. So this is actually a good product to demonstrate because not everything on Amazon has an accessory. So it can't pull up any information for this. It's actually something that the vendor of the product has to list. It has to list specific products that are used as accessories for that product, or else it simply won't return anything for that kind of a search. So you can have this in the sidebar. If you switch it to the top or the bottom of the content, it would end up showing up, up here or down below here, depending on what you are selecting. So you have a bit of flexibility as far as where you want those Upselazon ads to show up. Just keep in mind that it won't necessarily show up on every single product. Some products it'll work good for and find accessories for, and other products Amazon simply doesn't have anything listed for it. Now, since you don't really have products and stuff enabled on this site as of right now, I'm just going to remove the Upselazon sidebar. But once you add in some products to your website, just go back to Appearance and Widgets and drag the Upselazon sidebar up here, or enable it to show in the top or the bottom of the content through the Upselazon settings, like I had mentioned previously, to get that to begin working. But I figured I wouldn't go ahead and enable that on your website. I'm not sure if this is a site that's actively receiving traffic on these other live pages that you obviously already have running here or not. So I hope this little walkthrough will help you to start taking advantage of these plugins and to be able to start creating ads with them. But please feel free to get back in touch if you have any additional questions.